Hi guys, I'm Michelle from Virtual Hand Care, and in this video, I'm going to share 3 advanced metacarpal stretches. Keep in mind, these stretches may be more challenging if you are just starting your rehab journey after your injury. So if that's the case, you may like my top 6 boxer's fracture recovery exercise for hand and finger mobility video, and I'll link that here. But for these advanced stretches, you're not going to need any equipment, but you may want to use a washcloth to pad your knuckles for comfort. And we'll be using a chair, a table, and a wall to do these exercises. We're gonna go ahead and do about 5 reps of each of these exercises. And ideally, you're gonna wanna hold these stretches for about 10 seconds. However, you can hold them longer depending on how long you've been dealing with your metacarpal stiffness. Let's get started. Okay, exercise number 1 is isolated MP flexion and intrinsic stretch. Basically what that means is we are going to work on one metacarpal joint at a time, but we're also going to be stretching out the tight intrinsic muscles that are in your hand, which can often be holding you back from getting your range of motion going. So for this one, we are going to be doing these stretches at a table. You're going to place all your fingers flat on the edge of the table, but we're going to go ahead and work on our index finger first. So let that index finger hang off the edge of the table while your middle, ring, and small finger are still flat on the table. But now what you want to do is use the edge of the table to help stretch that metacarpal joint out. So you want to apply some pressure over your proximal phalanx bone. So this is your metacarpal, but your metacarpal joint is also shared with your proximal phalanx. So that's where you want the edge of the table to be on, so that you can have some nice even pressure distributed over that joint. Now you want to go nice and slow with this. So, if you can only put a little bit of pressure, that's okay. Start with what you can do. And you're going to hold here for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And relax. And you would want to go ahead and repeat that stretch a couple of times to your index finger. Okay, now we're gonna move to our middle finger so you can see how that one works. So for that one, you're gonna place all the fingers again flat on the table, but now what you wanna do is let that middle finger hang off the table. And then to do this one, you wanna go ahead and press the proximal phalanx bone into the edge of the table, and we're gonna hold that for 10 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you want to go ahead and relax. And again, if the middle finger metacarpal is what you are working on, you want to go ahead and do that a couple of repetitions. All right, now let's go to the ring finger. So all the fingers are flat on the table, but now your ring finger is hanging off on the edge of the table, and your index, middle, and small finger is what is on top of the table. And then you're gonna go ahead and apply some pressure. So you're just kind of sliding and pressing that proximal phalanx bone of the ring finger against the edge of that table. Just applying as much pressure as what is comfortable for you. Then we're going to hold that for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And good. And just lightly relax out of that. And again, you would want to go ahead and repeat that one to your ring finger. Let's finish up with the small finger. So small finger now is going to hang off on the edge of the table. Index, middle, and ring are flat on the table. With the ring finger and the small finger, when you're stretching the metacarpal, those are more mobile than your index and your middle finger metacarpals. So you may want to use your other hand to help stabilize your wrist, or perhaps stabilize the hand, just to feel like you get a little bit more of an effective stretch. So then what you want to do for that small finger, apply a little bit of pressure, and we're going to hold that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you would want to repeat that small finger again a couple of repetitions. Good job on that one. Okay, metacarpal stretch number 2 is an MP flexion wall stretch. So you're going to want to make sure that you are next to a wall with this one, and you will need a washcloth for comfort on those knuckles. Okay, so to do this exercise, go ahead and place the washcloth on the wall. And then what you want to do is bend those knuckles, those metacarpals, as much as you possibly can. Place your metacarpals on the washcloth. You may need to compensate a little bit with that wrist in order to get all those metacarpals flat on the washcloth, and that's okay for now. So then what you want to do to actually get into this stretch is you want to try to straighten that wrist. And as you straighten that wrist, you are actually applying more pressure on those metacarpals, and you should really feel that. Now, if you have a hard time and you can't do that, go ahead and use your other hand to help. So you're gonna go ahead and try to stabilize and get that wrist as straight as you can, and you can grab it whatever way is comfortable for you. Again, you can place your arm along the wall in whatever height that works for you as well. So go ahead and grab that wrist if you need to, stabilize that hand, and then go ahead and lightly lower that wrist in the arm and work on stretching the metacarpals out. We're gonna hold this, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And relax. Good. Now you can go ahead and come out of that stretch, but try not to go all the way straight. We're gonna go ahead and do 5 repetitions total, and so we want each one of those stretches to build onto the next. All right, go ahead and play around with the placement of the washcloth for this second one. Get those metacarpals flat on the wall. Straighten that wrist out. Straighten that elbow. Apply a little pressure into the knuckles only if you need to. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And relax. Again, you can take your hand off of there, wiggle out just a little bit. Go ahead and go back into that stretch. Straighten that wrist, straighten that elbow. Apply just a little pressure. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, that's 3. We're gonna do 2 more. Ready? Stretch down, stretch those metacarpals. Try to get that wrist as straight as you can. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. We're gonna go ahead and do 1 more. Ready? And stretch down and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. And relax that. And go ahead and just lightly wiggle that out. That one can be a little intense. If that was too intense, don't apply a lot of pressure. Really just work on trying to get the position right first before you start applying some pressure there. And finally, metacarpal stretch number 3 is an MP flexion chair stretch. To do this one, you're gonna want to use a chair, and more than likely, if it's a harder chair, you will want to use a washcloth for comfort on those knuckles. So to start, you wanna go ahead and place your knuckles in as much MP flexion as you possibly can. And again, for this one, you might need to bend that wrist just a little bit to get yourself in a good position to start. So you really want to make sure that you align all of those metacarpals on that washcloth. Then what you want to do is you're going to go ahead and grab that wrist, and then you want to try to straighten that wrist. Then you want to go ahead and apply a little bit more overpressure down into that chair. And you want to go ahead and hold this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and relax. Play around with the placement. Get yourself in whatever position is comfortable for you. If you want to go ahead and turn that wrist or turn that arm, find what position feels right for you. So let's go ahead and do it this way just to see if you notice a difference. Ready? Go ahead and place those knuckles in as much MP flexion and make sure that you're even at a little bit of an angle so the small finger gets that stretch. And ready? Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. That's 2. And again, apply pressure down, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. That's 3. Now, if you're having a hard time keeping those fingers straight, but you can keep that wrist straight, go ahead and just apply a little bit of pressure on the fingers, then apply a little pressure down, making sure the knuckles are stretching and keeping that wrist nice and stable, and apply a little pressure down into that chair. That is a good way to help keep those fingers from wanting to curl. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Let's go ahead and do one more. Ready? Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Whew. Go ahead and relax that. That is a tough one. Like I said, that's a little bit more of a challenging stretch. Now, I hope you found those exercises helpful. Hopefully you're noticing a little more metacarpal flexion, range of motion. If you found this video helpful, do please give it a like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. And if you're looking for more exercises to help improve your finger range of motion, then check out more of my videos here. Until next time, thanks for watching.